For more, we're joined by Douglas Herbert from our International Affairs Desk. Doug,
Francois.
Still no word from the Kremlin.
No, we've had reactions from across the globe, right? From Washington to Kiev, here in Paris. Everyone's been reacting. Everyone's been talking about it. It's the talk of the town, the global town, but not from the Kremlin. We have had a studious, and I have to call it studious, radio silence, both from the Russian government, not a single senior Russian official, nearly 24 hours after we first got news of this plane crash northwest of Moscow, has commented on it. And Putin himself, at the time, he was in Kursk attending the 80th anniversary ceremonies of a World War II great battle, the Battle of Kursk, handing out medals, hailing the bravery of Russian soldiers, but not a word about the thing that everyone else seems to be talking about. He returned to Moscow last night. He still no comment on the plane crash. When I say a studious radio silence, it seems to be deliberate, because the irony here is, the contrast is that on the one hand, the Russian authorities, the aviation authorities, the Russian Emergencies Ministry, they have been very forthcoming in their information about a plane going down. It was the official RIA Novosti press agency that carried that still unverified video showing a plane that looks like it's missing a wing in a dovetailing, in a tailspin, plummeting to the ground. So we've gotten a lot of information on the fact that there was a plane crash right away, practically in the minutes after this plane went down. We hear that, Prigozhin was on the passenger list. Then we have the Russian Civil Aviation Authorities saying that he was on board. It seems like they want us to know that the Russian authorities very clearly want to send the message that Prigozhin was on this plane, and they want us to think that he is presumed dead. He is dead. At the same time, we have nothing from Putin. So there's this real almost split-screen informational contrast, if you will, between the detailed versions that the Russian aviation authorities are giving us versus the official silence at the very top of the Russian hierarchy, of the Kremlin hierarchy, right up to Putin himself.
Yeah, and there's reaction elsewhere, not just from officials.
Reaction, yeah. Well, there's a lot of theories going around. In a climate where there's a lot of disinformation, which, to put it mildly, is the case in Russia today, it's rife with rumor mills and conspiracies. We know that not just in Russia, that's true everywhere. What are the main theories with this plane right now? When I say main theories, things circulating on the Russian internet, on all the multiple Telegram channels, which are heavily used in Russia. Was it an accident? Was it a bomb? Was it a missile? Well, take the first one. An accident, human technical error. Unlikely, in the view of a lot of the people on the Telegram channels, a lot of Russians. Why? The model of business jet, the Embraer Legacy 600 jet, has been in service since 2002. That's over 20 years. It has only recorded one accident in over 20 years of service. One. And that was not due to mechanical failure. It was a mid-air collision with a Boeing jet. So they're sort of not ruling it out. Obviously, it could be human error. It could be a technical error. But they're saying unlikely. A bomb on board? There have been some speculation. Was there a bomb perhaps placed in the landing gear of the plane? A lot of people who know aviation far better than I do saying unlikely again, Francois, that it was simply a bomb on board the plane. It probably would have caused a lot more damage. People did say, and I said this at the top, that there was perhaps a wing seemed to be missing from the plane. This is why that third hypothesis is the one that seems to have the most consensus right now. That's where it's trending when the theories go, with some sort of missile hit a plane. There was a Western official who said he was told, and the Financial Times quoted him saying basically that it was perhaps a Russian anti-aircraft missile that brought down the plane. Does that mean it happened? No. But this seems to be more plausible in the sense that you're having more and more videos, more and more people commenting on the fact there seem to be some holes in photos posted of what were presumed to be parts of the wreckage of the plane, indicating something might have hit it. Some sort of projectile, some sort of missile. Does it mean it happened? No. We don't know. Everything's unverified. Russian officials officially say the investigation is continuing at this hour.
Douglas Herbert, many thanks for that update.